Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Toy Reviews. And today I present to you a Supreme Class King Starscream from Transformers Cybertron or Galaxy Force, depending on if you're watching the Japanese or American version. Now, this guy is freaking enormous. He is the biggest Transformer in my collection. He is slightly taller than Unicron. Unicron might still beat him because of all his gimmicks that like stick out of him, but in sheer might, this guy is the tallest. Plus, this guy actually grows to planet size in the show, so it's reasonable. Now, first of all, King Starscream. What sticks out with this guy is obviously the crown that sits here. And if you are familiar with the G1 show, everyone who is know this crown from the movie. After Megatron's demise, Starscream takes over and he has this crown on his head for that one scene. And then Megatron comes back and blows his ass up. So that's a little nice homage to the G1 show. I like it, it's very accurate. And now, this is the European version of this toy. There has been some slight confusion surrounding this, but from what I know is that the Japanese version has lights and sounds and the American version lacks the lights and sounds. So when I bought this, well, this is as close to the Japanese one as you can come. So let's just say it's Japanese, although I bought it in Europe. Now, the thing about it is that the lights and sounds, they can be ear-piercing at times, and it's very annoying. I have some examples for you, but we'll get to that later. So, I don't know if I would have preferred it without the sounds. I feel like it adds stuff to it, and I wouldn't want to remove things to it. So, if you complain about the lights and sounds, just remove the batteries, I say, but whatever. Okay, so, from the start, this is very accurate to the show that his tail wings coupled together like this, although I don't really like it that way. I feel like his jet form is very compact and thick. He doesn't have wings sticking out way too far, even though that would be cool, but I like that he is very compact and everything is like squeezed together. You might say a fat jet. Very Cybertronian in form, so I respect that, but I prefer to have the tail wings split open like this, and might even bend the actual wings slightly, so you have it like this. He just looks more evil, in my opinion, if you have the wings like that. But anyway, let's get on with the transformation. So, there you go. Now, this has a couple of problems. For example, during the transformation sequence, both of his gauntlet weapons actually fell off, and that is fucking annoying. You see these pieces right here. Now, when you actually want to remove them, they're thick as fuck, but here you go. These pieces on both of his arms, they fall off very easily when put under stress. So that's pretty annoying, but personally though, as an action figure, I say this guy is kinda meh. But when you actually, if you wanna use him as a shelf sitter, he is fucking awesome. He looks very imposing. You see, the camera is about half a meter away, and you can't even pick up his sheer size. Here, let me place the camera down here and put a soda bottle right next to him, and you can see how fucking enormous this guy is. He's about the height of 3 soda bottles, and well, yeah, so he takes up a lot of space in your shelf. But I would have to say that considering his sheer size, the price tag for this guy is not bad. I would say if you find him at a good price, you should acquire him if you want him in your collection. But now let's get on to some of the gimmicks. First of all, his wings up here, they're supposed to bend down and fold behind his back, right here. But as I stated earlier, I prefer to have some of his gimmicks sticking out, because he looks way more imposing. Let's say if I were to fold these away, and then fold these wings back away. See, he doesn't look as cool, but then bam! And we have these. He looks so much more menacing with these. But yes. On the back of the figure, you have these. He can store 2 Cyber Planet keys in his back. These keys does not come with him. He comes with 2 others, but I couldn't find those, so I just took 2 generic ones. But the question is, what can you do with these keys? Well, those who are familiar with the show know all too well that the keys are to be gathered in order to power up our robotic pals. They can be inserted into these slots up here and up there. So go ahead and do that. See if I can angle the camera. This should probably do it. Well, here we go. There we go. He deploys his massive gauntlet blade. And on the other side, come on, there we go. He deploys his, I think it's called the Matrix cannon or something like that. It's fairly cool. In the first version of Starscream on the show came with 2 blades, but then as he got his little upgrade, he switched out to a cannon on his left arm. Now, as for lights and sounds, if you bend his arms above head length, the right arm with the sword goes like this. So, pretty cool, but still, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's slightly ear-piercing. And then we have the Matrix cannon. Yeah. All of the sounds come from this speaker right here, and it's not high quality, so it's pretty bad. But as I said, if you want to skip the sounds, lights and sounds, just don't put in the batteries. It's a feature that is built into the figure, and if you don't want it, I mean, don't put in the batteries. Now, the crown, as I said earlier, is completely removable, so yes, but as I said, this thing has thorns and thingies popping out of it, so I think he looks a lot more imposing with it on, even though we clearly know that that crown belongs to Megatron/Galvatron. Sometimes these gimmicks just don't want to stay inside when you push them back in, and that's very annoying. Now for his deployable guns, he can deploy these 2, just blast the shit out of someone, and he has a little feature up here, there's a button right there. Again, sound is pretty bad quality, but I prefer it over nothing at all. So I would say, yeah, that covers it. Nothing much else to talk about this character. If he's cheap, go for him. Really worth having in your collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time on Toy Reviews.